Hello and welcome to your Calm Code. I'm so happy and grateful that you're here. Just wanted to show you a behind the scenes look on what you will be seeing when you log in. So you'll see all the modules and everything are right here. Really recommend that you go in order. So recommend that you start up here, but if you're like looking for information about like the live calls, oh, I need to change it. That'll look different in a moment. But or like supportive resources or anything, they're down this way. So in the corner here, it'll actually have your name. That's just a pretend name, unless your name happens to be John Smith. All right, so you'll definitely want to start here in the welcome module. So you can just click on there and you'll see all the lessons are going to be here. This will be where this video is going to live, so this will look different on your end. This You've Got Early Access will be removed because once we put this in, it's ready. Our move to Thrive Cart Learn is official. So you want to watch this video first. There is a mini disclaimer, a tech problems cheat sheet, which I highly recommend that you look at and download. The guided workbook is here. You can download that. It's a fillable PDF document, which is awesome. How to access a private podcast feed is right here. The live support call information, how that all works. And then there's also a replay of, we did a live with me series of this back in 2023. So if you wanted to listen and follow along with that when it was still Coping Skills Crash Course, you can certainly do that, or you can proceed to the next thing. So I'm just going to show you, like, when you go into mini disclaimer, this is what it looks like, and you can just continue from here. This goes to the tech problems cheat sheet. Highly, highly, highly recommend that you take a screenshot of this or download it or save it to your email notes somewhere in case you can't get in. Because if you can't get into the program and that's a tech problem, then you won't have access to this cheat sheet. And just going through, you can see like this is the download. For any of the downloads, you will click this button here that says download, and that will download it straight to your device. Just want to take note of where you downloaded it. And please keep in mind that some of the lessons or resources may reference the Coping Skills Crash Course because that was the original name of this program before this latest and greatest iteration when we've renamed it, because it has grown. It's grown a lot. How to access the private podcast feed. Anytime there's a video in a lesson, you'll see it right here. The live support call information. This is also where you can submit your questions for the live support calls. Now keep in mind, you do not have to engage or follow along with any of the lessons in order to access this information or to ask questions. We're here to support you however far you've gotten in the program, even if it's just only signing up. That's totally fine. I'll show you real quick what the form looks like. So you'll see just got a few little gentle reminders in here about how this is not psychotherapy and that these forms are not actively monitored on a regular basis. So if you are looking for immediate crisis support or assistance, please do not use this form. I will not see it. Nobody will see it in time typically. So really, I check this right before the live calls. So if you're sending this like right after the last live call, I won't see it for probably like at least a month, unless we're having sooner calls. In the United States and Canada, you can text 741-741 anytime for immediate crisis support. That is the crisis text line, and that's how you access it here. In other locations, I'm not sure what all the different crisis supports are. So Google is your best friend here. If you type in your location, like town, country, whatever, and crisis line, it should pop right up. Okay, so we do collect emails just in case we have to follow up with anybody directly. You can share your name and pronouns. You don't have to, but it's helpful, especially it's nice to put a name to a question and be able to support you in that way. I'd love to know where you're joining us from, just so I can kind of know how far our reach is going. And then, what is your question or topic for the next live call? It can be about anything. So you can certainly put that in there. I do just ask for a little more context. These are optional. You don't have to fill them out, but it is helpful so that I'm not giving you advice or feedback that you've already tried. Like, how much do you hate when you've been trying to solve a problem and you're like, tried that. Yep, tried that. Yep, that didn't work. And it's like, okay, somebody's trying to be helpful, but they're just like telling you what you already know. I don't want to do that. So let's help each other out here. So if you can share a little bit more about the situation or the challenge, that helps give me a little more context. Also, what have you already tried to address this? Again, so I'm not telling you something that you've already tried. What are you hoping will be different for you if you could solve this problem? This also helps me know what direction to go in with answering your questions. And what has stopped you or gotten in the way of figuring this out before now? So for some people, you may know what's stopping you or getting in the way. Maybe it is, I don't know, the fact that you are in school, or maybe it is, you're giving an opportunity to a friend and they keep lying to you. Like, whatever it is that you think is getting in the way, that again just helps me figure out how I can help you overcome that challenge. Maybe it's procrastination, motivation. Maybe you have a condition. Like I myself, I have an autoimmune condition. It totally gets in the way of stuff all the time, because if I'm having a fatigue or exhaustion flare up, I don't have as much energy to dedicate to things. And then, of course, do you want to keep your question anonymous? You certainly can. So anonymous means that I will not use or share your name or location information if you chose to share that. Or if you're okay with me using your name on the call, that's helpful too. It can be helpful just to know, like, oh, okay, that's my question. That's not someone else's. But you don't have to. It's totally up to you. And then just a few questions. If I'd love to know at any point in your journey, what's been most helpful about your Koem code so far, anything you'd like to see improved or added to the program, and if you have any additional thoughts or comments that you'd like to share. And then as always, keep an eye on your email, because that is where your next call details will be sent, and the link goes out about a few hours before the next call. So set a reminder once you get the calendars. That way you don't have to worry about forgetting or missing it. And then this is just a little reminder, again, just acknowledging that this is not psychotherapy or crisis response program, and that if you need those sort of supports, you are agreeing that you'll contact a provider or program local to you. And you can have these sent to you. You don't have to. Then you just hit submit, and then I'll get them. Okay, let's go back to here. And then this is the live call, of course. So say you're like, okay, want to keep going, you totally can. So this is coming soon, but we'll change that. It's already here. These are your gentle reminders, and so let's go back. This is how the main module looks for Module 1. You can see gentle reminders, bio breaks, wouldn't it be nice, and the week 1 call from the live version. Okay. So you have got Module 1, Module 2, Module 3, Module 4, Module 5. These are the 5 core modules of the program. Highly recommend going in order, watching the lessons in order. They do correspond with the workbook, and you'll see the different lessons that do correspond with the workbook. You'll see exactly how that goes. So like in here, let's do self-soothing strategies. It'll say right here, it's on page 16 of the guided workbook. So if you download the guided workbook, you'll see it in there. I don't know why this is saying coming soon. Okay, I'm going to have to go back and see what's going on there. Okay. Let me show you a little preview of the workbook, right? Okay. So you would download it. Oh no. Okay. I see what I did. So this is good that I'm troubleshooting this right now, because why is this not going? pause this and come back. Okay, I fixed it. If you run into a trouble like that, it's my error. Just reach out to us and we will fix that. Okay, so you're going to click on download. And it should pop up to auto download. So just remember wherever you saved it. So I saved it in your next step. So we're going to save that. I'm going to just open it and you'll see this is what it looks like. So this is a downloadable, fillable. You can print it out or you can fill it out online. This is still called the Coping Skills Crash Course because it's the old version, but we will be changing and adapting and adjusting that along the way. So when you're watching this in the future, it will likely say your COM code and be adjusted. Okay, so it's a little intro about me, the disclaimers, how to use this. Then it goes through each module and you'll see like there's a word search, which is fun. Wouldn't it be nice? So you can literally type in here, which is pretty cool. So you can digitally journal or you can print it out and handwrite it, which I actually recommend, but I know everybody doesn't have access to a printer. Notes and reflection pages, again, you can type along in here too. So however you want to do that. And this is basically what the workbook looks like. So you can take your time and play around with that. All right, so let's go back to the main modules. So those are the main modules. In here is where your supportive resources live. So you can click in here. You can see all the different supportive resources that are already in here. This will grow and expand over time, which is really exciting. So if you have not gotten a copy of the ebook, Uncover Your True Self, A Guide to Self-Discovery, you can click here. And again, when you click that download button, you'll be able to access that. If you want the Visualize Your Perfect Day guided journaling meditation, you just click in here. You can follow along with the video. You can download an audio version or you can download the workbook, or I should say, and you can download the workbook. Some of these resources are available for free as well on the YouTube channel. So if they are and you are finding it useful and helpful, you can certainly share the link to the video. I just ask that you don't share these additional resources, the workbook and the audio, because those are special just for you as being a member of your COM code. And whenever you're using any of these lessons or anything, I would love to hear how it's going. Please feel free to DM me over on Instagram. I'm at Mallory Grimste. If you click this link, it will literally open up to the messaging part of it directly to me. So you don't even have to do any extra digging or anything. Okay. So the one thing that I would like really highlight here is this 31 daily affirmations calendar. I think it's like awesome. So I would highly recommend starting here, downloading this so you can use it as an image or a downloadable PDF. But there's a lot of really good affirmations to start on here. And again, it was previous to the Coping Skills Crash Course. We will be changing everything over to your COM code over time. All right, so we've got supportive resources, the welcome section, the modules, the VIP guest sessions. Actually, we're going to be changing this to special workshops because we've got a lot of special workshops and challenges coming up. So we don't have a challenge section in here yet, but we will as we build that out and develop that. Right now, we have 2 workshops in here. One was from Kelsey Torgerson Dunn. She is the author of When Anxiety Makes You Angry and happens to be a dear friend and colleague of mine. And she really knows her stuff. I mean, she knows CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. Let me tell you, the way she breaks it down is like awesome. And there's an opportunity to download a worksheet for the method that she's going to teach you in that workshop. And then this is my previous workshop on Control Your Feelings Like a Therapist, 3 Secrets I Wish I Had When I Was a Teenager. This is a really great starting area if you are breaking into this world. All right, so this will be growing. We've got the live calls over here. Oh, you won't see this template. That's just there because it's my preview, but we have that just to make it easy to get it ready for the next ones for y'all. But if you're wanting to repeat or follow along or watch any of the previous live calls, they're all in here. So even if you were joining us in March of 2025 or like, I don't know, April of 2027 and you want to go back and hear all the previous calls, you certainly can. So you would just click on the call and you can watch along with the video. This is just another reminder where you can submit your questions, same form. It's like words. And yeah, so let's go back here. We'll go back again. And then this is the final thing. So after you've completed everything, you've worked through like the supportive resources and everything, or you're just ready for the next step, you want to work together in another way or another aspect, you just click in here. There's only one thing in here. And this is all the different ways that you can continue the journey. So this is, reminding you how to make the most of your live calls by asking questions so that we're getting this support and insights that you're looking for. Just click right here. If you want to explore more mental health topics and help on YouTube, these are free resources that I've created for y'all. We have way more than 300 videos on there. I don't know how many will be there when you get here, but you can just click here and you can watch on YouTube on the channel. We also have a podcast version of the YouTube channel. So if you prefer to listen to the podcast version, you can listen on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Just make sure that you tap follow when you're there on whichever podcast player you prefer. That way you are notified and updated when new episodes drop. And of course, you can stay inspired on Instagram and connect with me over there. That's the link over there. If you are looking to help yourself with simple, easy self-care, I know it can be really challenging when it's overwhelming and boring. So I highly recommend, if you do not already have access to the self-care bundle, go and check it out. It is my digital resource library that I've created and curated for you all. We have formatted all of the resources into different collections based on what you're looking for, like the confidence and self-worth collection, the anxiety and overthinking collection. And there are at least 3 different resources within each of those collections. So highly, highly, highly recommend you go check that out. You can explore that here and sign up. If you want to get personalized support when you need it through counseling and working with me as your therapist, you can do that too. You just have to be physically located in Connecticut or New York. And if you click here, you'll learn a little bit more on how that works and how to sign up for that. And of course, we would love to hear your story and share it with others to help. This is a great opportunity to share how you have been finding your calm code helpful, so that we can share and inspire that this is possible for others as well. It's also an opportunity for you to share any feedback on any way we can make this program that much better for you. So I'm gonna click in here so you can get a little preview of that. Just a little reminders again. Again, your name and pronouns, you can certainly keep that private. Where you're joining us from, you can keep that private, though it's nice to know. What has been most helpful for what has been the most helpful part of your calm code for you? This is really helpful to know. So I can know what's making the biggest impact and what's working and what's not working. Since starting the program, what's the biggest change that you've noticed in yourself? This, again, helps me improve and keep the program formatted and helpful along the way. I would love to hear about a specific time when you applied something from the program, whether it was like a coping skill, a strategy, a mindset shift, whatever it was. I would love to hear about that, and the more specific, the better. So like if you were sitting down to study for the SATs, and typically for something like that, you would be having like a lot of panic about that. But this time, when the panic started, because like the panic doesn't always go away, right? But when the panic started, you had a plan going in and you didn't have a full-blown panic attack because you practice your breathing methods. You use the pressure strategy, which we go over in this program if you haven't gotten there. Whatever it is, I would love to know specifically what coping skills are working for you. That is awesome. I love celebrating that with you. If there was anything confusing or challenging about the program, anything you would like to see added or improved in your calm code, and if you would recommend your calm code to a friend, why or why not. This is where you can say and give permission. Yes, you can share my words and my name. Yes, you can share my story, but keep it anonymous, which means that I can share your experience, but keep your name out of it. Or you prefer to keep your story and feedback private here, just for my eyes and my team's eyes, that's fine too. If you are okay with us following up, if we have questions or want to discuss your experience further, you can indicate that here. And then if there's anything else that you'd like me to know. And of course, just an important reminder again, this is not therapy or crisis response program. Please contact someone local to you if you need that. All right, that is your walkthrough of your calm code. I'm so excited to support you over at least these next 12 months, unless you've signed up or upgraded to lifetime access, then, or forever access, not lifetime access, forever access. Then you get access to all of this and more as it grows for the lifetime of this program, for as long as it exists. Either way, I'm so happy that you're allowing me the opportunity to support you on this healing journey. I know you have a lot of people who are ready and able and willing to support you as well, and I'm just grateful that you have chosen me and my team. All right, I cannot wait to hear how it goes, and I can't wait to see you on the next live call. Thank you.